Hey guys, welcome to my Global League Week 10 Part A. This is the first part coming in here. Got some exciting rounds ahead. I'm excited to tell you about them coming in. So first off, starting off with Hell. I'm taking my Accurate Glide Sapphire, taking a little bit of Anheuser on it, coming down the middle. This is looking good. I'm actually going to start with an ace. No, okay, fading too early. Don't bounce off that rock. Okay, good. Got down there for the birdie. Solid start. Ace is, of course, an amazing start, but I'm not going to complain about starting off with a birdie there. This layout, Hell, is a bunch of very difficult par threes. Downtown, I'm taking my Light Glide Captain. Turn up the brightness. I can never see very well downtown. And go about 2/3 power. So I didn't play the wobble very well here, so you can see when I release it, it turns over a bit more than I was hoping. A lot of times this does get lucky. Sliding off the curb here. Slide off the curb. Oh, bad slide off the curb. Behind these bushes, 64 feet. I don't know if I'm going to get collision, so I'm not going to power up because if there's no collision, I don't want to fly long. There is collision, so I'll take the par. But Global League, you got to have a short memory. So take the par, move on from here. And at this point, I've already forgotten about that tee shot. I'm ready for the next one coming in. And pour your 4. I solved this during practice with the Paradigm. With the one wind, you come straight bit down. With the Paradigm, has just a little bit of turn to get around that bush, and just a little bit of fade to get back up to the basket. You do have to make wind adjustments. I just learned this one. So it's definitely in the one wind that works well. I'm going to have to be learning more for other winds as I move forward with that. But I have my new Gladskate Paradigm toy with my -18 stamp, so I'll be playing with that more. Ikigai 6, I think it is. This one I've missed one time since learning this line. Get outside and aim for the pink tree. This is the Accurate Glide Sapphire. The pink tree is going to slow you down just enough to be up here on the green for your throw-in or putt for that birdie. There's definitely other lines going around the right or up the middle. If I had a river in my bag, which I'm thinking about adding in there, I might think about going up the middle. Here's KP9. I'm aiming a little bit to the right and taking the Accurate Glide Sapphire through the triple mando here. First goal is get through the triple mando. It's pretty short, but I'm not taking bogey because I'm through the triple mando. So that's what I'm happy about. I got 90 feet uphill. I'm throwing about 75, 80 of power. That tailwind's going to bring that right into the basket for me there. Lakeside 8. There's an ace line if I aim a bit higher. My only goal here, get on the island. Just don't mess this up. It's leaking a little bit left, but it's on there. It's safe and okay. I'm not running an ace because there are a few times I skip off the basket, OB, and then if you miss the throw-in too, there's a chance to skip off again. I've definitely had that hole catastrophized before. All right, coming in Beast 11 if I think it is. I'm taking my Sapphire down low to the left. Add about half disc of Anheuser and sliding up here. I'm okay with having a bit of distance left for that throw-in. 70 feet is not bad at all, especially in a one wind. So I get that 70 feet of power. Take the birdie there. I'm not trying to get all the way in far to the green. It brings the water and more OB into play. Here, Highlander Ridge 7. Taking my Accurate Windbreak Musket. Aim low. I'm going to bounce just outside the OB lines and slide up that hill. Not much can go wrong, especially with the Accurate Wind Musket. Even in a 2 headwind or a 3 left to right, that's getting there just fine. If I get the 3 headwind, I'm starting to think about going Accurate Roll Sapphire. Okay, taking some thinking. This is a tricky wind. I saw a lot of people still getting birdie here, so I wasn't expecting this. Hard wind. I'm going to take the Turn Glide Drive, give it enough to get across. And if I miss, I'm okay. I want to get across there. It's just about perfect. Stop. No. Win OB again, but that's okay. Honestly, par here in a tough wind, I'm very happy with. This is one where I feel like I don't quite have a great line for tough winds. I can handle the 1 wind or the 2 wind here with my Sapphire. If the wind gets high, I don't have a great line there, but par is okay. All right, taking a -7. Always be cool to get -9 on a tough layout like that. But I'm okay with -7. Really not bad. Going into Enzo right away here. This is going real time. I just played straight through. Take my paradigm, aim down low. Should be a straight pullback, but I got scared of going OB right and gave out way too much anhyzer. Oh, okay. Got to get a throw in here. I'm taking Accurate Glide Hope. Tip the top chevron on the ground next to the basket. Yes! Did manage to save that birdie, which birdie on an Enzo hole is always okay. Of course, it would have been nice to start out eagle on hole 1 with the 1 wind. That's okay. Again, take my paradigm. Got a little bit too afraid of turning this over to the right, so now I'm a little bit more left again. Just don't hit that hit the tree. Stay in. Okay, managed to stay in. This one, I have a shot from the drop zone, but it risks going OB long. It comes up pretty quick. So here I'm trying to give this a soft run. I don't really know the power. Yeah, that's nowhere near. I was hoping to give that a soft run, but I wanted to err on the side of being short. So somehow starting out birdie despite 2 rough tee shots there. Okay, Enzo 3. I've been feeling really good about this throw-in if I get to about 150 feet or so. I didn't give this quite as much anhyzer as I would have liked. You can see I'm second guessing a lot of my tee shots here. But if I'm down on this lower level, it's usually okay. This is 170. I'd really like to be 150. I'll get to 150, go 160, pull a bit more to 170. Got the power right, but I missed the line. That's okay. Again, taking another birdie. Not going to complain about birdies on any of these Enzo holes. Yeah, of course, I'd like to get those eagles, but birdies are okay. I learned a new line here from Stever, but with this headwind, and I was seeing on the scorecards too coming into this, I don't think I saw a single eagle. One person got the eagle. I don't remember who it was. So this was fully play for birdie. I wasn't thinking at all about getting the eagle when I came up, especially when I saw this 3 headwind, knowing my play, and this is a hole I've been having a little bit of struggles with lately. I'm going to be very happy taking the birdie and moving on here. Starting Enzo 4 birdies. Starting to feel like I got to get those eagles. Birdie's okay, but eagles feel great. Now this wind I've had a few times in Global League, and I have messed up every single time. So I've been taking this wind to practice mode a lot. I'm really hoping to get much better tee shots as long as I miss that tree. Okay, and stop nicely there. Good, 52 feet. Should be able to just pitch this in. Downhill, so the putt works fine. Whew, okay, got my first eagle on Enzo. That feels really good, especially on that hole with that wind that I've been struggling with. Coming here, throwing down the steep hill. I'm taking my Accurate Roll Sapphire, and I'm aiming for this rock wall. If I get the line right, I get that rock wall, and I'm there for a pretty much sure thing throw-in. Nowhere on that rock wall is too far away. If I miss the rock wall, it's pretty much par. So got to hit that rock wall. I'm going to go 50 feet of power because it's downhill a bit, and with the 2 wind, started second guessing my nerves there. So I'm going to come right back. Let's get this still 50 feet of power. Here we go. Let's drop that in the basket. Got the eagle. Okay, getting a little bit of confidence back. Feels good going into the last ones. 7's always a tough one. I was having a conversation with Dan the day before about potentially laying up here just because of bad kicks. But I saw this wind and decided to go for it. And I am across. I would have liked to be more right. That's okay. That's a really bad kick. Okay. So this is where I started to think I need to make up strokes. I need to run this. Typically laying it up, but I'm going to try it. And I, again, managed to save that birdie. The drop zone save on 1, the lucky kick on 2. Now they're on 7, saving that birdie. Feeling like I got some good saves going right now. Again, taking my paradigm. Get just right of that cherry blossom tree, I think it is. And this is looking perfect. So I can skip up here. I'm going to add about 20 feet of power for this throw-in. So 70 feet. I'm going to give it about 90 power. I'm feeling good now, taking another eagle. Enzo's starting to look like it's not so bad after all, even though it started out looking pretty sketchy with the nothing but birdies on what should be easy holes. Again, taking my paradigm, tip of this tree, almost a full Wi-Fi bar of hyzer on it. I find that this paradigm with the height gets a lot more skip down there than I get when I throw my ride coming down. So I can play with that for when I need to. This 80 feet of power, going 50. So if I need to really skip down there, I'm taking the high paradigm. If I have the tailwind push me towards the OB, I'm aiming that a bit lower so I don't skip as much. But minus 13 on Enzo ends up really not bad at all. There were a lot more opportunities. There were strokes that were out there. But I'll take minus 13 happily. Right. Starting on Coyote Canyon 9, I am taking my glide skip drive. Just sit down here. Again, playing for birdie. Maybe this off chance long throw in for the eagle. I'm not expecting much out of it. This is actually kind of close. No, okay. Quite short. But happy with that birdie. There's definitely the aggressive eagle line, but if you watch my videos, you've heard me say before, I don't like to go for it because the aggressive eagle line also has things that can mess up and quickly become par if you get bad kicks or stuck behind pillars. Going through these praying hands, Coyote Canyon 4, just take my Accurate Glide Sapphire, get it through the middle. If you get it through the middle, you're good. Sometimes a little too far left behind that pillar. This one I'm not. 45 feet to putt in, take the birdie, good. Coyote Canyon, I'm just going birdie, birdie, birdie. That's the whole goal. One here, it's an Accurate Roll Musket. It's a pretty straightforward automatic hole for me. Get through the gap. Once you get a musket through there, aiming up over that tree, you've got an easy birdie. You can ace run this with a skip fairway. I don't. That surprises probably none of you. We have the chance to go in OB. KO Backwoods 9. I'm taking my glide water skip drive just for the off chance I get the water. Get plenty of hyzer around the back there. Almost got the bush. Get over the water. Good. Whoa! Albatross. That feels great. Nice on a Global League Albatross. I really did not expect that. Wow. Okay. But again, gotta have a short memory. Gotta forget that. Take my Accurate Wind Musket. Let's get it around the bend here. Oh, that's not enough hyzer. I almost gave that right back already. The albatross stroke. Oh, okay. So I didn't fully recover from the albatross before going here, but I got to rotate the world around this. I'm not going to try throwing through that bush. Turn sideways here, the 60 feet. I get a little bit closer, so I'm probably about 40 feet away, which is just enough to putt straight into that. Okay, I managed to make that save. I almost gave that Albie stroke right back. But here we go with getting this Accurate Glide Sapphire around the bend. I don't remember what hole number this is. Missed that tree. Good. Stay in front of the bushes. Good. Okay, a little bit of a tight window here I gotta putt through, but should be okay. I have enough room to get there as long as I avoid collision on these bushes. I want to give those bushes a little bit of room because sometimes the collision is just outside the leaves there. Okay, ending up here, coming here to Alwood 1. Just give that a little bit of anhyzer. Not quite enough, that's okay. This is pretty forgiving with the ride if you get up there far enough. You at worst have like a 80-foot throw in, so it's really not bad as long as you're up there somewhat close. I got a 60-foot because I got a good bounce off the wall. Let's drop that one in there. We want a birdie, looking at -9 already so far on this one. So this one changed, and I'm going Accurate Glide Hope. It changed the last update, added some more foliage effects to those leaves that are blocking some ace lines. With that wind, I probably wouldn't have taken the ace line anyway. I'm very happy to take the birdie with a tough wind. I know there'll be people running that and missing it because of that. Taking the Glide Roll Rive on Alwood 8, I think 5, Alwood 5. Get up to the alley. Didn't quite give it enough anhyzer, but that's okay, as long as I can get around this tree when I slide, and I barely can. 50 feet of power, because that left-right crosswind is going to lift this a little bit. I want the wobble to get to the right there to make sure I'm around the tree. But I can't take that bird and get to finish -11. That feels great. Definitely grabbing a bonus stroke on a lot of the field there with that KB9 Albatross. Going to the last layout, Globetrotter. I'm expecting a lot of difficult holes. That's what this is designed for. We're back here on the Beast 11. This is a tough wind. I want to make sure I give it enough anhyzer to not push OB. I would have liked to be over that road. Let's see if it stays. Oh. That's a little bit deflating, but that's okay. At 70 feet, I'm going to go about 50, 40, 45-ish of power. That crosswind's going to be lifting up. Take the par. Again, it's tough holes. They're meant to be tough. Take a short memory. Move on. Glide, skip, ride on Alwood 8. I want to make sure I get enough to get around that corner. If I'm around that corner, I'm good. Lucky through the trees. That's just fine, though. This gets up here for birdie. I stopped playing this for eagle in competitive events. That roller was just too squirrely for me. It's not something I have figured out well. I'm going to take the warship through the gap and get here for that tap-in birdie. Yeah, that roller line sometimes cuts early, sometimes goes way around the corner, then goes OB. It's just not something I'm comfortable with enough. I need to put more practice. Okay, back on Emporia 4. Got a little bit of right to left wind, so I'll add a little bit of anhyzer to this one. Let's see, got the trees a little bit, but the skip and the paradigm just help make up for that a little bit. Still kind of further out, 118 with the wind, a little bit downhill. I'm going to throw about 100 of power. No, I need a little bit more. That's okay. Emporia 4 taking a par there. Always just fine. I'd like to get some more birdies though. I want to get some more scoring points here. Take the Accurate Roll Sapphire. I like to stop around the length of this bench. I don't actually want to be up by the curb there because when I take my Light Glide Captain over the top, as you're about to see here, I want to make sure it's dropping down before those trees and dropping down through that tunnel to get up to the basket. If I'm up too close to the curb, then those trees come into play really quickly with that shot and can knock me down to be 150 or so feet away. I don't have to deal with that. All right, another long one. Tough wind. This is usually a captain for me, but I'm going to go glide, water, skip, rive, just because that wind's going to be turning the disc enough. And got those trees, but that's really fine. Getting up to these trees is no problem because the captain can get up and over and get out there to have a chance at throwing around the pyramid for the birdie. Gave that a little bit of turn. I kind of wish I'd given it a little bit more to have more width to get around this pyramid. Think for a second about going right side, but stick with glide skip going forehand. Over the wall, over the little wall, and skip into the green. Good. Should be able to get the birdie there at this point. It's always a tough hole. Taking birdie here, especially with any amount of wind, feels good. The 60-foot throw-in, 3-head wind, I'm throwing about 30 feet of power. Just to get that there. Should do a throw-in video sometime. All right, this 3 left, right, I'm going to go for this. Add about a disc of anhyzer. That's way too much anhyzer. Just stay in. Just stay in. Okay, it did stay in. Might have a chance in multiplayer to kind of throw that for the eagle, but 212 in Global League, 100% layup is what's going to be happening here. Happy to take the birdie. That wind would have been nice to get the eagle. I'm sure lots of other guys and gals are getting the eagle in that one, but not going to complain about birdies. All right, Enzo here with that left-right wind, as I was talking about earlier. So I'm going to aim a bit lower and more left and give that quite a bit of hyzer getting around. Second guessing my aim, so I'll go even a bit lower. This amount of hyzer should limit the amount of downhill skip it gets, keep me wide. So I have this big landing area to get to rather than head straight for the river. 94 feet downhill with a 2 crosswind. Let's give it about 50 to 60 feet of power. Boom. Feels good to get that eagle, especially since I've messed this up a few times lately. Okay, Northern Breeze 6. This is an ace run. Take the Accurate Glide Sapphire, half disc with no wind, so give it a little bit more than half disc. Looking good. Yes! Whew. Another ace in Global League. This is the second ever ace I've gotten in Global League, you just saw. Okay, Frozen Valley 5. Moving on, let's give this the anhyzer to get through there. I've had a lot of trouble with this one lately, getting enough turn on the disc, or just the right amount of turn on the disc. I might get to sneak up here for a good look at a window. Where's no, nothing but baskets in the way, or trees in the way. No way to get to the basket. This sucks, but this is the Global League play. Just take a forehand hope and toss up there. 106 feet away. It's a bummer. If I had just a little bit more Anheuser on that tee drive, 106 would have definitely been the eagle to get me there. But that's okay. I'm going to take my final score. Take that screenshot at -9 coming in. -9 really not bad, especially with the 2 pars going there. Get the reward. I'm doing the math in my head here. 7, 13, 11, 9, -40. -40 and a sweet new Accurate Glide Sapphire makes for a good day. -40 is a good target to get for most Global League rounds. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay bogey free. I'll see you for round 2.